Yes, people, let's go, man. Audi League is finally back. Yeah, man. You already know. Audi League, you know the rest. And round 3 of this, you're watching. Of course, shout out to everyone that's racing today. Shout out to everybody that signed up. Everyone that's watching as well. You already know. You already know. But yeah, man. Obviously, we're getting back to it. Dragon Trail. That's the one. And let me just very quickly slap in my keyboard. Got a couple donuts here as well, you know. Got to have the mid-race snack ready. The pre-race snack, whatever you want to call it. Alright then. So with that being said, don't tell me. Nah, man. Internet connection is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. I'm not having that. But yeah. Obviously we're about to get into it for qualifying. Let's check if everyone's ready. Minute qualifying, you already know the rest. Just to determine the grid order, and then obviously we are straight underway for the 40 minutes of race time. Everyone just turning some final laps and seeing what they're doing with that. Also got Shotto back in the grid. Ethan's there, CO2, JGF's making a return, driver H as well, and Quentin as well. This should be interesting. So the two winners for the last 2 rounds, Mateus and Cam. Cam should be coming a bit later. Mateus, no sign of him. Looks like everyone's ready to race, or I should say, ready to qualify. Got 5 out of 6. Hold on a second. This thing is just irritating my ear. That's better. Alright, let's go qualifying then. We're underway. Qualified time, you already know. Who's your favourite for pole? Put it down, put it down. Here we go then. So let's go on board then. Let's see everything that's going on. CO2 looks to be the first out. And we see him going down. Quentin is next up behind him. Then it'll be Ethan. Then Shotto, J Jeff just behind driver H, sitting in the pits, waiting buying his time, as he usually does. But you can imagine he'll soon be out and ready to test the timing sheets and see what they're saying. CO2 first out though, and that gives him the advantage. But he's got Quentin just behind him, and then this is the issue when you've got people just behind you. That puts pressure on you. I know we're only on the outlap, but anything can happen on this outlap. Get damaged, that costs you some time, and it affects your confidence. What does Quentin do? Does he try and overtake him on this outlap, or does he hold back? And if he holds back, he's got Ethan to deal with behind him. Oh, drives at the shops. Hey. He's getting the post race meal ready. I see the Quentin trying to see what he can do right here. Possible overtake, and again, this could be race practice for him, but he does hold back then. So CO2 will have a chance. With the CO2 let Quentin get past? He doesn't. So This should be interesting. We'll check the first sector, second sector, etc. to see what he's saying. CO2's gonna be first on his way, and his lap gets impeded by Shoto there. That's not gonna be a good sign for him. He's not gonna be happy with that, but that gives Quentin the clear path that he needs. I'll tell you, still got time to log on if you can, bro. Only qualifying. But what's good, man? As Quentin ends the first sector with 29.4, and Ethan is coming up to the line right now, and Ethan is on a 29.4 as well. J Jeff is next up. J Jeff on a 30.1, and then obviously you've got the other two Shoto CO2 drivers at the shops, as we know, so he's not be setting no time right now. But let's go. Quentin approaching the end of the middle sector. 29.4 in the first, 55.7 in the second. Ethan drops attempts to Quentin in the middle sector then. They were even in the first, and now in the second he dropped a little bit. And J Jeff has spun the car. J Jeff has dropped the car. Into the pits he goes. Repairs have to be done right there. And even Quentin's got a bit of front damage as well, so must have got that on the death chicane, somewhere around that area. That will affect his lap and his speed, obviously. So when he comes to the line, obviously better he could do. Quentin 26.0, not too bad to start off with. Ethan's also made mistakes, so everyone's beginning to make mistakes here. The death chicane proving to really separate the boys from the men, and no one's really completed a lap so far apart from Quentin, but we know he could do better than that. He's gone back out again. CO2 will be next to start his flying lap. Right on board with CO2. He's on the way. GN7 driver last season, third in the championship, and you can imagine he'll be pushing for more this time around. And the AUDI League, obviously, that's the perfect place to show your improvement. We've seen many drivers getting faster. The gap has most certainly decreased. CO2 ending his first sector. 29.4 was to beat. 29.8, 4 attempts down, but there's still more to gain. And of course, you can't forget end of the lap. Many drivers are going into that death chicane, so there is definitely more time to gain for CO2. Back on board with him. Gonna exit into the tight braking zone right now. This was a heavy overtaking point in season 1, if you remember. We went there at a 56.9. Can he negotiate death chicane well? Let's see what he can do. Can he escape the wall? Yes, he can. And now it's just all the way down. One more braking zone to go. Make sure you take it well. Approach with caution. Respect the track. Power down the exit. Try and hold the perfect line, and then flat to the floor, across the line we go. And the time is a 27.2 for CO2, 1.1 seconds behind Quentin's time. Now it's about seeing what the rest can do. Ethan's letting J Jeff go by. J Jeff will be looking to improve. 56.9 from J Jeff. More drivers coming through. Driver H on his outlet, back from the shops we see. CO2 continuing to set a lap. He's up 29.5. Big improvement in the first sector. He's a 10th down on Quentin's time. More of that will be required. J Jeff now coming to the line. And J Jeff 27.2 slots ahead of CO2. CO2 back in the pits. Quentin's now looking to improve on the time. He also kept out of the wall as well, so this should be a fast one. And Quentin goes across the line, 25.1. Significant improvement by the Dutchman. Shaw starts his lap as Cam has joined in the party. Driver H on his way. We're about to see what the first sector is looking like. Driver H 29.9. And Shorter's coming home to his lap now, and he's on a 29.6, so he's up there too. Ethan's just finishing his out lap. Let's look at driver. A little bit of grass there. Into the braking zone. And driver, one of the greatest GCOR GT drivers of all time. A long while out. 57.1. With a split in the middle sector. Shorter with a 56.0. So the times are beginning to come in thick and fast, and we're nearing the end of this qualifying session. Still so much to gain and so much to lose if you're Quentin and the rest. Driver a little bit out of control out on the exit, and now it's coming to the line. Let's see what the time is. The first time of the day for driver H, 27.8, and Shorter now coming to the line to set his first time of the day. A bit of front damage there, I think must have got it from Def Chicane, but it's a very good time of 26.2, putting in P2 by a considerable margin. And now we look to Ethan, who's coming out the final sector right now. 56.0, a little bit out of shape. Now just Def Chicane to navigate. This is the serious part here. This is the part that'll make or break your lap time, and it's kept out of the wall. I think that's the key really, just keeping out of the wall. It's Ethan. He was CO2's teammate last season at GN7. Where he's yet to go this season, yet to be decided. But his time looks fast, 26.3, just behind Shoto. P3 goes. Still time for another lap though. We continue looking just to see who's setting laps. J. Jeff is currently on one. 30.2 in the first sector, he's off by a little bit. We didn't see CO2's time, but it's got a bit of front damage there. And that will indicate that he is going to be a bit off, but we don't know for sure yet. CO2 making his way. Gonna have to just try and tough it out. This is his last chance either way. And CO2 won't get the improvement, so he stays P5. And this is the thing now, drivers are coming to the end of their laps, so improvement is a must. J. Jeff not quite finding the improvement just now. Quentin's now nearing the start of his final lap, just trying to consolidate that position. Ethan is on his no, he's not actually. Oh no, he is on his last lap. Ethan's not finding improvement though. Needs to find a bit more. And I think that's driver H ahead of him. It's not. Driver H is behind him. So who's that ahead of him then? I'm not even sure. I think it's J. Jeff. It is J. Jeff. J. Jeff goes through. Can't get it. So CO2 then. No, sorry. Ethan is the one next up. He's all out of shape there. That's going to hurt his chances. But it's all about the time at the end of the day. Ethan can't. He can do it. Ethan takes second. Right at the end there. And the fuel won't let him do it again, I'd imagine. So Shorter's been robbed of P2 at the last there. And with seconds left on the clock, it's anyone's bet as to who gets it. Driver H will start his lap with seconds to spare. 30.2 for J. Jeff. It's just J. Jeff and Driver H really. Quentin's still going as well as he goes through Def Chicane. Can he keep it clean? It's all about trying to go as fast as possible. Can Quentin make a statement here with this lap? Let's see what he can do. Into the braking zone for the final time. I said reverse grid. And they might need it here, the pace that Quentin's on today. As he crosses the line, this looks really fast. 24.9. Goodness me. Unbelievable stuff. Quentin really showing his dominance right there. CO2 will be unable to continue. J. Jeff is now coming through. We didn't catch his sector splits, but let's see if he's up, if he's where he needs to be. Here comes J. Jeff, and he's not where he needs to be. So it won't be for J. Jeff. P4 for now. Driver H exiting Def Chicane. Didn't have as much time as the rest, but as he put the time that he has to good use, we will find out very soon. As driver H comes out the final corner, a little bit of slide, and these cars are treacherous like that. Here he comes. Can he get it? He stays P6. So Quentin easily taking pole there. Ethan second, then it's Shoto, J. Jeff, CO2 and driver H. Quentin though, what a performance. CO2 just giving him the nudge of respect. I guess you could call it that. The serious respect shown there by CO2, great sportsmanship. We can't lie. We can't lie with that. We can't argue with that. CO2 is actually still on the lap. It's an out lap, but so it won't count to anything. But I guess another practice lap for him in the long term. So Cam and Mateus are here. They will start from the back though. Quentin easily taking pole there. We just see it right there. Good lap of 124.9. Over a second clear of Ethan, who takes it second place. So we'll also start the front row. And Ethan saying he could do 25s. Well, I guess we'll find out soon how quick everyone truly is, because the race is a different story. As we all know, 40 minutes is a proper endurance thing right there. Alright, let me remember the grid. I'm going to get the replay saved and then we will get into proceedings. Let me just change the grid to set by Ost. That's the thing, Death Chicane will equalise the whole field. Hold on. Custom weather. And then obviously grid set by, oh wait, hold on. Turn off qualifying, that's the thing. Keep forgetting. Alright, let me just take a pre-race donut real quick, man. I mean eat a pre-race donut, not take one. Pause. It's not even a pause. Why you? Alright. Okay. I think we're ready. Alright, let's begin, yeah? Let's begin. Hang on, is the grid set? The grid is set. Alright, let's go. It's time for the race. Ah, my. It's not important. Race time. Here we go then, 8 drivers, Audi League. You already know, Dragon Trail Seaside is the occasion. Round 3. Only a month away from the Elite Series, and it's Quentin and Ethan on the front row. Jump start at the back. Was that Mateus? And the battery's low, but it doesn't matter. The stakes are high. Quentin with a brilliant start. And can you look at that? Already Ethan coming under pressure. We look behind, and there's dive bombs going on throughout the field. Oh, and Ethan goes around. Around goes Ethan. And he's gone from second to the back here. Contact there with, I think it was with CO2. We continue throughout the field. CO2's in second. Quentin is just pulling away. Drive H in third. Cam now fourth. J Jeff is going to start attacking Cam. Possible move here and possible battle. Shotto 6th. Ethan 7th. Mateus has engine damage. How has that happened? We've got to figure out the oranges of that engine damage right there. If I can get to it, flips no. What the hell? I guess not. Yeah, they're actually not letting me. I will do safety car. Safety car, safety car. We'll investigate after. We'll investigate after. We'll investigate after. It didn't let me run the replay, so I have to just assume it was true. Alright, safety car's out for the only time, and I didn't get any footage of anything, but the replay is not working today. But we'll assume the engine damage is true. We'll assume it's true. 2 minutes in and they're ready. First lap safety car. J Jeff leading CO2, then Cam. He's put on the hard tyres, and I think everyone behind has done the same thing apart from driver. So driver's on the mediums, everyone else on the hards. This will be interesting. Strategically. We have one more lap on the safety car, then we'll see. I don't know. I don't think how we're going to see like the cause of the safety car. Obviously, Mateus got engine damage. Whether that's a deliberate engine damage is to be confirmed. So more drivers peeling into the pits. Elected to change the tyres one more time. I'm assuming for Quentin and then driver Mateus is another hard tyres. Oh no, Quentin's got the mediums. Driver has gone on the mediums as well, and Mateus is on another set of hards. Mateus got 3-second penalty. Driver's got 3-second penalty. So JJF continues to control the safety car. So the safety car will be in this lap. So JJF will be in charge of this start, and it'll be interesting to see who will benefit the most, because Quentin would have been the favourite to win this race, I imagine, but he's starting from the back in the safety car, near the back in the midfield. In the midfield, it gets very, very treacherous very quickly. JJF is on the oldest tyres right now, so he's going to need to get away from this pack as quickly as possible. Everyone else seems to be prepared. I think JJF was one of the only ones, I think JJF was the only one to stay out during this safety car. He stayed out, got track position, and to be fair to him, he is on fresher tyres than the rest of them. Not fresher, but like softer tyres, so he should be faster. So now everyone's beginning to build a gap. That's what it's about. JJF, CO2, Cam, Shotto, Ethan, Quentin, Mateus and Driver is the order. So Mateus and Driver have that 3-second penalty they're both serving, so I'd imagine they're going to have to serve that and then be racing back. JJF about to be in control. When does he choose to go? He's gone. Good restart for JJF. He has a bit of space between himself and CO2 right now. You see that DRS, the wing is down. He's engaged the DRS already. And look at Shotto coming under pressure behind Cam. The battle for 4th and 5th and 6th is on. Quentin's already taken Ethan, looking to take another position. And then 3 wide to turn 1 of that. JJF has gone off. JJF is off. Oh, and CO2's around as well. And there's even more carnage. Ethan's off again. And what is going on? We continue, and somehow Quentin is leading this one. Quentin is now leading Cam. Shotto is now 3rd position. Mateus up to 4th. Driver H up to 5th. And even more battling going on. The positions still aren't sorted just yet. Looking at on the ball from Shotto, they breaks a bit late, and that's going to bring Mateus back into play. Is this keyboard even plugged in? And now it's plugged in. So the whole time it wasn't even plugged in. I can't believe this. Shotto under pressure from Mateus now. He goes to the inside, makes his intentions clear. Driver H looking to follow him as well. Shotto closes that door, but still Driver H finds a way through. As Shotto losing multiple positions, and he's into the pits. Front damage on that car. Ethan's in too. CO2 staying out. He's got no damage luckily, so he should be good. JJF has damage, but he's firming it. On board with Driver H right now, he's just evaluating what to do with Mateus. He's close enough for now. Can he get to a point where he can make a move possibly? Gonna have to wait, try to set it up for that break-ins on the end of the straight. Mateus started to build a bit of a gap, had a stronger line through, but let's see what the slipstream has to say. Is he close enough? Driver H, he's beginning to fall a bit back. So the question with Quentin is, can he hold those tyres for the whole distance? He's going to try and pull enough of a gap on Cam. I think the battle for the victory has turned between Cam and Quentin right now. I'm out of safety cars, man. So Cam is really losing out now to Quentin. He's pulled away about a second that lap. Mateus gaining on him, and Driver H is still very close to Mateus as well. So it's becoming a 3-horse race for second place for now. Driver H though will need to start thinking about making moves, because Driver H is on the mediums, these guys are on the hard tyres. Let's look at it from Mateus' perspective actually. He has a good view from front and rear. Look how close Driver H is getting. He's a 3 GCOR race winners, 2 champions, and 1 great commentator. No shade in action right now. And let's see who wins out in this battle. Driver H was thinking about a lunge there, just making Mateus know that he's always there, ready to make the move. And Cam sliding. That's going to cost him a bit of time. As through the motions we go, this could be a highlight reel moment, or it could go to complete and utter crap for everyone involved. Mateus all out of shape as he exits the death chicane. Can Driver H pounce on that mistake right there? Mateus is going to make a move instead. Mateus to the inside. And Mateus, has he got the position? Not quite. They're still going side by side. Driver H is a spectator right now. But can he get involved? Cam is defending. Mateus attacking. Driver H. What does he choose? Does he take it 3 wide? You bet he does. He splits the middle. Oh my days. Side by side racing, and they come together. Driver H off. And I can't lie, you can see that coming from a mile away. 3 wide was always be risky there, but you take your chances. He took his chance right there. And it didn't pay off, and Cam survives with second place for now. Let's see how that happened. You see it from Driver H. Driver H has the choice right here. Sends it 3 wide, splits the middle. And then obviously you see behind, Mateus goes off and then just goes into him, into the side. And that's him off. He loses the time right there. But man, that was looking good for a second. It was a great battle while it lasted. Now for Driver H, it's a question of can he get himself back into this. Cam's got front damage, and now Mateus has front damage. Big hit for Mateus right there. And that's going to bring Driver H back into play for 3rd place. Look at Driver H, already applying pressure. Cam's in. Mateus also in. No, he's not. I thought he was going to go in there for a second. He would have definitely taken a 3-second penalty though for crossing the pit line. And Driver H looking to get the position now. And how easy was that? The damage really playing its part, and Mateus is not holding back. He's not relenting. But Driver H beats him to it. Driver H was wise enough to see the cutback, the opportunity for the cutback, and boy did he take it. Cam exits in 4th. We see it again. Driver H on the inside. And then Mateus comes back, massive dive bomb, goes too deep, and Driver H just cuts back underneath, sweeps by, and that's the position. All his now. Second place is Driver H's possession. We're having great battles here for 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Cam's exited in 4th on that medium tyre, so he's seeing that to the end, I imagine. J Jeff on the soft tyre, looking for short run speed to get back into play. Mateus is surely going to have to come in now. But I'd imagine Driver H would pit to cover him off. But we don't know what's going to happen right now. It's a strategic call. It's a chess move. This is what you call a chess move here in GCOR GT. What does Driver H do? Driver H stays out, Mateus goes in as you'd expect. So Mateus is going to repair that damage, massive damage at the front of that car. He repairs that damage, and I imagine puts the medium tyre on to cruise home and finish the race on that tyre. Cam is going to pass him with ease. J. Jeff also passed. Mateus refueling to the top. So medium tyres out, and Mateus is good to go. He's in P5 here. And Cam spun! What on earth? Cam has gone round there. We need to see what happened to Cam, and he's lost third position to J. Jeff right there, and that brings Mateus back into play. What happened to Cam? Let's find out. So Cam is negotiating the chicane, and then what's happened? He just spun it on the curb. And that's a very rare Cam mistake there, front damage, and he's going to have to go back to the pits or just firm the damage. My goodness me. All sorts of chaos going on right here. And has that brought Mateus back into position now where he can strike? J. Jeff is now in third position, and he's good for a while on the soft tyre. He's got the short run speed, and if Cam does end up pitting, J. Jeff could cover him off right here. Mateus is back within a possible striking distance the next couple of laps, and these guys are really just hurting their chances and allowing Quentin to drive away with this. Quentin's got 19 seconds on the field right now. J. Jeff still going strong. Cam is next across the line. Cam stays out as you'd expect. He's going to have to just survive that damage for as long as he can, I'd imagine. Mateus is P5, but he's always closing that gap down, because see with the damage, it affects your straight line speed. Like Cam's topping out at 165, Mateus is hitting 172 into the braking zone, and you see the gap has shrunk down by about a second. Within the last couple of sentences I've said, Cam, that's where he lost the car last lap. Mateus survives that as well, so Cam's going to move a lot more wary now. I can imagine in that part of the lap he's gone wide again. What is going on? Mateus is passed. I can't believe this. Cam goes wide again, and this time Mateus passes with ease. And Mateus has got damage as well now, so everyone's got damage. What is going on with Cam and Mateus right now? We've got to see that again. Cam's on his way. He's gone. Cam's left. I can't believe this. It just wasn't his day. It just wasn't his day at all. And we're down to 6 right here in this real race of attrition. And this battle will continue to rage here. Now I reckon JJ's got a real shot of a podium right now. Because if Mateus will have to stay out with that damage that he's got on the car. I guess he has the focus of Cam removed, so now his focus is shortly and purely just catching J. Jeff as quickly as he can. If J. Jeff could keep those tyres going for long enough, he could possibly pull out another soft tyre run, but I doubt that happening. I doubt that the soft tyres will be able to last anything more than 10 minutes, but he's doing what he can, and that's the best, and that's the crucial thing. He's doing what he can do. J. Jeff put those tyres on around lap 5 coming to lap 6, and now he's on his 11th lap. So it's looking interesting. CO2's got engine damage right now. Driver's got front damage. Everyone just getting damage right here. And this track is really proved to be difficult, proved to be a challenge for many on the grid. Everyone's got damage right now. This is crazy. The only driver with no damage is Quentin. This is mad. Driver H just got 11 seconds on J-Jeff. Quentin is 28 seconds clear of the field. J-Jeff with 11.5 seconds behind driver and is 9.5 behind in front of Mateus. 39 off of Quentin. Ethan's into the pits for his final stop. I can't even say it's your final stop with surety as well, because what's the chance that someone gets damaged, has to go back in? I can imagine Ethan going on the medium tyre though, finishing this race on that compound, and that's the idea, I believe. Blue flags are out though. Quentin has lapped him. So Mateus surely has to stay out now. JJ's got a bit of damage as well, so I can imagine him coming in the next couple of laps and putting on the mediums. That's probably forced his hand a little bit, but what an entertaining race we've seen so far. All sorts of battles, all sorts of carnage. Drive H is pitting now. He's done half the race on those mediums. Now it's time for the second set. I think it's either a second set or it's going to be hard. It's one of the two. Depends what he started on though, because remember, you have to switch compound. Let's see what he does. He goes back on the mediums. Mateus is ahead of him though. So surely Mateus is going to have to stay out now. He has to stay out. His tyre should be able to do it. It's just about, can he do it? Can he survive? Driver H is going to be ready to go. We've seen these two come together before, have a bit of a battle altercation. Will we see more sparks flying? Driver H, a little bit of a moment there. Stays alive in it though. J-Jeff now elevated to second place, but soon he's going to have to pit. Front left looks very treacherous right now, and then he's got a bit of damage on that front left as well. Mateus 6.8 seconds behind. Quentin is 42 seconds clear of J-Jeff. Really just showing up the rest of the field right now. Not just the pace, but the consistency. Hasn't made a mistake just yet. I don't know if we'll see one, but I'm not going to say anything just yet, because anyone can make a mistake at Dragon Trail. J-Jeff staying out for one more lap. I'm assuming this is going to be his last one then. Driver H is within 8 seconds now of Mateus, and that gap is going to continue to close and close and close. I can imagine. Ethan's got damage again here, but I'm pretty sure for Ethan, he's gone. Ethan's gone too, and the race of attrition is taking more and more competitors with it. Few can flirt with Dragon Trail and succeed. That's what it seems like. Quentin out the last corner, just on his way. 27.3 from that lap, and J-Jeff is continuing to lose a bit of time, but at the end of the day, this lap very much just about damage limitation on that tyre. That tyre is beginning to go down. He's very close to a puncture. Should survive this lap though. J-Jeff should survive this lap, and he's confirmed Panther Sim Sports back in the Elite Series for the next season, and the plan is they're keeping the same lineup, the original lineup, but Jensen's back in the fold. That's what I'm hearing, and that should be really exciting. Jensen back with the team that he started with in the Elite Series and back in season 1, and he was their guy. So J-Jeff is in. Mateus staying out, so he's going to pass J-Jeff. J-Jeff, what tyre do you put on? Pivotal question right now. He's done around 8 laps on that tyre. I'm saying he does it, I think it's another softs. Maybe it's a mediums though, I'm not too sure. A little bit more fuel added, he's out now. And it is another softs. This should be interesting then. CO2's got engine damage again. So Mateus He's 8 seconds clear of driver. Managed to keep that gap a little bit consistent around the 8-second mark. So it could be a case of driver just biding his time and seeing what he can do. But man, oh man, some race this has been today. Mateus now growing that gap to 8.2. Driver is 9.7 ahead of J. Jeff. A little bit deep there. Now let's see, J. Jeff is going to be absolutely motoring right now. Prime soft tyres. I can imagine him cutting into that gap of driver H. And give driver H a little bit more to worry about than Mateus. Also let him know that he's there as well, ready to take back that podium place. 15 minutes to survive that soft tyre. It's going to be a tall order though for J. Jeff. Can he do it? He actually lasted longer than I thought he would on that soft tyre the first stint. So if he can continue in that same stead, he's got a real chance. Driver H 28.9 in the last lap. And J. Jeff's out lap right now. We'll see what it is at 30.0, but it is an out lap. Trying to see if I see any errors. So I'm on board with J. Jeff. Mateus, I'm right on board Mateus. This is J. Jeff. You see the Panther Simsport theme livery. He's always repping the Panther colours. J. Jeff is the team owner. And they're back on the grid next season for Elite Series. I think J. Jeff's hoping for the Lexus as well. He'll confirm that though, he'll confirm that. The car draw's coming up next week as well, so make sure you're there for that. Which teams get the Honda? I can imagine it'll be another split of 3-2-2. As in 3. I don't actually know. Because the Nissan seemed to be the best performing car last season. I mean, the Nissan did numbers. I mean, Cam won the championship with the Nissan. Joey was second. CO2 was third in the Honda. And to be fair, the Honda had its moments, but I think the outstanding team in the Hondas were GN7. We can't argue with that. But then again, it will be another case of the top scoring teams do have a better chance of getting the better car based on that performance. But then again, we're expecting a lot of new teams in the series this season, so anything can happen. You've got Red Bull Petronas likely to come back as well. He drives got the Red Bull colours on his car. Red Bull Petronas, the Constructors Champions in Season 1 of Elite, likely to return. CO2 sporting his new outfit, and they're likely to make an impact in the Elite Series next season. It's likely to happen. So the only two confirmed teams thus far, GN7 and Panther Simsport. Roadtech Racing are rumoured to come back. It's not 100%. It's not been 100% confirmed by Shaq just yet, but he's saying he's putting the plans in motion. Don't confirm it just yet though. Anything can happen. As we know in GCOR GT, anything can happen. I mean, we just seen Cam retire from a race. You don't see that every day. Continue on. Looking at driver right now. J. Jeff is really starting to eat into that gap though. We're coming back just now. Bit of a commercial break just then. The driver had a little bit of a moment, and you can see now. We look at J. Jeff on just his car as he's going through the motions, and he's really beginning to close in. But the tyres, the wear is beginning to increase. 27.0 last time though is over 1.8 seconds quicker than driver H across a full lap. Mateus is also faster than driver, so I think the focus is going to switch very soon for driver H, away from attack and towards defence, because J. Jeff is really starting to hunt him down right now. Quentin's just driving away with this as it stands right now. New fastest lap for 26.5 on the fresh medium tyres that he's on. He is flying away with this one right now. Mateus, front damage and all, is still soldiering on, and Drive H is really beginning to close into that gap. I think Mateus must have hit the wall on Deschicane, and Drive H all sliding out the corner, really committing. And you see J. Jeff in the background now, 28.4. Mateus 29.9 last lap. And the controller just died on me. The controller just died on me for no reason. But we're back though, we're back. So JJF 27.7, so he is still gaining 5.8 seconds, as you can see right there. Into the last 10 minutes now. It's crunch time for everyone in the field. Now is the worst time to make mistakes. You don't want to be going back to the pit lane to repair damage. Driver H lapping CO2. CO2 refusing to be lapped. Oh my days! Why has he done that for? And Driver H not gonna be happy at all. And he's got engine damage. I can't believe this. What is CO2 doing? I can't believe this. Oh my days. And Drive H's race has been completely ruined by that. Completely ruined. I'm speechless. Unbelievable. No words right there. And even Driver H on the radio, you could hear him. He was not happy in the slightest. And with Mateus going in as well, Driver H would have taken second right there. And now J. Jeff up into third position. And he's close to Mateus right now, but Mateus on fresh softs. That's going to change the game right there. What on earth just happened? I barely have any words for that. I'm pretty sure everyone else on the grid barely any words. I think Mateus must have saw it on the TV screens around the track. He must have saw that incident, and he's even just as stunned as the rest of us. What on earth just happened? And for Driver H, that's it then. Podium chance is gone. Just like that, it's been completely dashed. And I've been lapped by Quentin, who's going on his way to a victory. And to be honest, that was never in doubt. But second, third, fourth, fifth was in great doubt for a lot of the time. Incident after incident, mistake after mistake, and the drivers just fell like dominoes. And we only got 4 of the original 8 left. And I'm in disbelief. Mateus on for the fastest lap of the day. Coming into the last 5 minutes then, so Jeff, the question with him is, does he have to pit again? I don't think he will have to though. I think he's done enough. Has Jeff. I think he's done enough. That tyre, front left though, does look a bit shaky. He's got to do round about 4 laps on that tyre. 3 to 4 laps. 4 laps. I think he should be fine. 4 laps, 5 laps. If it's 5 laps, he might not be able to do it. But 4, I think he's good. Mateus is just well on his way. Driver H is just well on his way, and he's just hoping. I think he's hoping that Jeff has to pit. I think that's Driver H's only hope right now, is that Jeff has to pit. Because, I mean, damn. That's heartbreaking, man. I can't believe that. Still in shock, man. But nah, man, what a race it's been. We can't lie. In terms of the action and the chaos, the back and forth, it's probably been the best Audi League race so far. Not the cleanest, we could definitely say that. Not the cleanest, but definitely the most action-packed. I don't think we can even say the most action-packed in terms of the on-track battles, but definitely in terms of how everything went on, because this was crazy. The drama was crazy in this one. We can't deny that at all. But throughout all of that, it's been another case of the leader just running away with things, and Quentin now goes in. Mateus took the fast lap of a 1:25.3, and Quentin's like, I'm taking that one back. I'm taking that one back, mate. He goes out on a soft tyre, and he's got daylight between himself and the rest. Driver H has front damage. He's given up on it then, I guess. Not to be. So Jeff has a bit of a weight off his shoulders, and he can now just focus on holding out. So he's going to have another 2 laps after this. They're trying to preserve those soft tyres for another 2 laps, and Jeff seems to have got his spot on. .30 seconds between himself and Mateus, and I think he's also in fuel conservation mode as well. He's turned that down. That's why he's lost about 28 seconds to the Brazilian, the man who won last week at Watkins Glen. Will take the silver this time. Jeff does go back in then, so he goes in. Driver H just staying in. And if I'm honest, I wouldn't blame him. I mean, that is peak, man. Jeff back out onto the track. I mean, the emotions going on that right now for Driver H. Flip me, man. It's dark, but got the guys telling him drive. He's staying in the pits. 1:41 to go. 1:40. And Quentin just got another lap after this to turn, and let's see what he's doing in terms of the fastest lap. He's actually down on his time. So he's going to have one more lap after this to then try and attack that fastest lap, get to Jeff as quickly as possible, lap Jeff, and then it's onwards and upwards. So Quentin after this got one more lap, and this is the real battle right now. Quentin versus the fastest lap. Can he beat a 1:25.3? We saw him do it in qualifying. Can he do it in the race now? The fuel load is low. No damage on that car at all. This lap is not going to be the one to do it. It's going to be next one. So Quentin now starting the next lap, 26.6 for that one. Now it's the last one. JJF is behind, this will be his last lap as well, and then Mateus. Will Mateus get to the line? I think he will get to the line to start his final lap. Mateus is going to make it to the line then. So the question will be as to when everything comes together. So we didn't see Quentin's first sector split. We'll see his second sector split, and then we'll see what's next. Final lap right now for Quentin, and he's on his way to a dominant win. 30-second gap, and he's up by a 10th for Mateus' fastest sector. Quentin on his way to set the fastest lap and complete everything. Pole, win, fastest lap in an Audi league. That's what Mateus couldn't do last time. Just missed out on pole. But let's see. Quentin comes to the line. He's going to take victory in the Audi league. In his first start, gets it. Quentin wins and he gets the fastest lap. And a brilliant performance from Quentin. At the Audi league, he had that race completely under control. From start to finish, from lights to flag. Mateus on his way now to claim second position, as JJF across the line takes third. JJF takes the podium place, and Mateus is going in reverse here, as he's the last one to go. Just a bit of showboating, something for the fans. Mateus takes to the pit lane to finish proceedings. In he goes. And that's the end of his race. And that's the end of Audi League for this weekend. It's Quentin who tastes victory. I can't lie, we can't deny that that was a good race. It was a good race in terms of the drama, but I mean, I am speechless, man. That replay has to get saved, as you know. Let's look at the final result as well. Take note of this. Quentin wins by over a minute to Mateus, JJF third, Driver H fourth, and these were the only four to finish the race. And then Shoto DNFing, CO2, Ethan and Cam all not finishing the race. And what a race it was. Unbelievable. More 4 DNFs is crazy. But man, Audi League, this is going to be interesting. The tempers will be flaring, and a lot of words are going to get exchanged, man. You can already see Driver H, he is far from happy. And I can completely understand him, man. Expect the students to get busy after this one. Audi League, it's been Audi League, man. Come back next week. Tokyo Expressway returns. We've reached the halfway point. Now only 3 races to go, and watch out for Elite Series. Only 4 weeks away officially, so make sure you're there when Elite Series begins. And got a mystery reveal coming up soon as well, so make sure you tune in for that one. Big reveal for GCOR GT coming up soon. Make sure you're ready. Subscribe to the channel, Instagram, the YouTube, follow us on TikTok, all the rest. And the Driver H says good night. Good night, guys. I'll see you guys next week in a bit, guys.